Welcome back to another edition of the Commissioner's Corner with your host, Matt Chef, Ant-Man 89, and SC Kicker.
Good evening, race fans. How's everybody doing this evening? I'm Matt Chef. Welcome to another edition of the Commissioner's Corner, and I am, of course, joined by my good friend and URL driver, SC Kicker. What's going on, brother? How are you?
What's going on, Mass? How you doing?
I'm fantastic. Ant-Man's either running late or not going to be able to make it. I'm not sure which, but he is. I know he's been really busy lately, but that's all right. We're going to push on anyway. But how you doing? Boy, tough track this week, huh?
Dude, this was a tough track. Holy crap. Man, there's a lot of damn good racers that didn't make it in there, I saw.
Yeah, and some unknowns that made it in there as well, which surprised me all the way. But I got to tell you, man, if you go through the boards, so first of all, I want to highlight the fact that only 4.7 seconds separate 1 through 18. So if that tells you what the level of competition is that's in the race this week. And holy shnikes, did things get shaken up ridiculously just over the last 24 hours? And, generally we expect that anyway. But man, this was rough. But quickly, just going over kind of where we are after last week. Crowley 27 took the win. So in the lead right now, Alejo with a beautiful second place finish last week. Quade 18 grabbing third. City Pigeon all the way down into fourth position, running on some shoddy hotel internet. Batisto grabbing fifth. Wanderer sixth. Cow Trading Co. in seventh. Glizzy World in eighth. Cruiserito ninth. Betts 10th. Trendy Prop in 11th, and Ace 696 in 12th. And you'll notice some of the names kind of at the bottom still. JR Wheels, Ja Rashad, SC Kicker, KO Ninja, JH2271, Foreskin, all kind of down at the bottom still, hoping to make up some time this week. And boy, I think they did. After last week, our team standings looking like this. Tug and Bets put out a 41-point lead over the second place team right now of Neo VMAX Motorsports, SC Kickers team there. Gen X Racing grabbing the third position, AVG Agitators in fourth. And those are the four that are looking to try to move up. Of course, all these teams are looking to move up into the top four for the Genesis Team Challenge that'll come up in Genesis week. But we still got a ton of racing to go. And if this track is any indication of how the rest of the season is going to roll, my goodness, we are in for some serious streets racing this season. This is where we finished off on the boards. And just throwing it out there, you've got I Am Ram in third place position. I have never seen this person on the track ever. To come out and put up a third place time, absolutely amazing. We'll have to see how they do on the finals, but interesting to see somebody jump up there like that. Batisto grabbing that fourth place position. And I want to point something out very quickly because we're going to start getting into the AVG teams, the Agitators and the Flow Riders. And I just want to say this, they went ham on this track because the two teams combined, the 8 drivers, 7 of them made the semifinals this week, which is absolutely insane. So I want to just a big shout out to the AVG teams for really showing up big this week and obviously going to put some heat on the Tug team and some of the others. So really looking forward to seeing how they do in the races, and we'll get into some of the heats and some of the drama that kind of takes place as well as we go along. But again, all 4 team members of Tug and Bets made it into the finals this week, or the semifinals this week, excuse me. Couple of independents making it through, which is, of course, knocks out places for the team drivers. But glad to see the independent racers in there and making some noise. Some notables not on the list here. JH2271, our third ranked driver in the world right now, not making the finals for the very first time since URL merged with Upland for racing. So
Crazy.
that notable not on the board. Yeah. Another notable not on the board, of course, is SC Kicker not making the top 24 this week, which was quite surprising. I'll be honest. I thought this was going to be a track that you would succeed on pretty good.
Yeah, it was a tough track, man. I didn't even get on to race until Saturday night was the first time I hit the track. So I didn't really get a whole lot of racing like I normally do. And I just couldn't get a good handle on the track for the life of me. I tried every concoction and different power-ups and different cars, and yeah, just couldn't do it. I could get good laps, but not consistently. That was the thing.
Yeah.
There was a crazy boost spot at that one area in the bottom, and I could not hit that damn thing right. Because you could go through at 150, or you can go through at 100, and there's a big difference.
Yes, there is big difference. And one thing I did notice when I was looking through the times earlier was there was quite a few S1s, standard S1s that were running with a double nitro or the double accelerator boost on their car, which maxed them out right at the 260 mark. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Folks able to qualify in that S1.
So there were some S1s that qualified?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There was.
I did not try that car. I stuck with the S1E and the S1R.
Yeah. I was pretty shocked at the different cars that were qualifying. And here I'll jump over real quick and we can check out what they were, because it was certainly an interesting thing to look at. So as you can see, Cal Training Co. putting up that nasty time in an S1E. City Pigeon, of course, running the Miami edition. I Am Rom put up his time put up their time in an S1E. Don't want to make assumptions there, but Batista with an R. But then Tiny C, 5th place.
Series 1, damn.
Tiny C, 5th place in a Series 1. Vape High Guy in 6th place with a Series 1. Akapropi running that UK edition, able to max that out at the 260 as well, with the enhanced boost and not the full ones. A696 in a Series 1. Funky Beats in a Series 1. And then we get into the S1Rs, S1Es. Tune made it in a Series 1. Cruiserito, Series 1. Betts in a Series 1. All of those in the top 18 running that Series 1 car with those double boosts there, the Max Performance Nitro Fuel there, running 2 of those and maxing out at the 260 mark. So fairly interesting strategy coming to play in these. And, this is really going to play out for those who have the stable of cars to do that with. Most of the serious racers are going to have the stable of vehicles. The S1, the 1E, and the 1R, trying to get max out whatever track they're on.
I always try out my S1, and I didn't have as much time, I guess, to play around like I normally do, and I didn't try the S1. I'm going to go back and try it and see, what kind of difference it makes, though, for future.
Yeah, I mean, it's dependent on the track. I mean, you're the setup that you can do on the various models is really, I would encourage anybody, especially if you have a stable of cars, I would encourage anybody to test out whatever vehicles you have, because it may not be the biggest, baddest 1R on the block that does the trick. Now, with that said, we're going to get into tracks like Luceo, which I don't care how much you boost an S1E or how much you boost an S1, you're not going to keep up with the R's on Luceo. There's too many straights. It's too long of a track. So just keep that in mind as you
won't have the top speed. Yeah, that makes sense.
You're just not going to keep up with it. The 1R is going to blow you away on the straights on that track. But a track like this, And, this is where we're at this week. But a track like this, all these turns, the hairpins, being able to come out of those turns with the acceleration is really, really helpful. You're not really going to hit max speed with the 1R because there's not really a place to do that here. You can boost off of turn number 12 going into that straight. You can boost off of 11 going into that straight. But they're short straights, so you're kind of taking your chances as you go along there. You can actually throw in a boost off of 2 too, but
it's hard to stop.
That's a really short one. And then you're going into a double left-hand turn, and they're both 90s. So if you hit the second one after skidding on the first one, you're going to slow down even more. So it's just it's a rough track. That's all I can say. It's just a brutal track. So yeah.
So when the racers qualify, I had a question because this came up for me this past week. So I ended up having a race on mobile, so I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And when I was going to set up, I put my code into the thing, to set up for the race. And when I put my code in, it automatically populated my S1R.
Yeah, it's weird. That's the first time I've heard that happen. When I saw your message, I was like, wow, that's weird. I've never actually seen that happen before, and like ever.
So it was weird.
And then there was also, I had another, somebody else had an issue where their car was turning for them.
Oh, wow.
It was going left all the time. And so they basically had to keep hitting the right arrow key.
Oh, to overcompensate.
To overcompensate for it. It's weird.
Oh, man.
So
one of the guys had the power-ups too. He couldn't put power-ups on in the finals.
Yeah, that was last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely some glitches going on, but it is something that we kind of have to deal with in racing.
Some tough races last week.
Yeah, tough races last week, and I think we're going to see some tough races again this week, just because the track conditions are really set up to. We're going to see some bumper cars and some stuff happening. So it's going to be a tough haul getting through here. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump over to our heat boards here, and let's get our heat assignments going for tonight and this week. So I'm going to jump over, grab our finishing positions, and put them right there. And this is what we got. And I'll get out of that real quick and go back over to this. Oh, I guess I didn't put that on the board. I should have put that on the board. Whoops. Anyway, this is what we ended up with. As you can see, JR Wheels got bumped out right at the very end by Betts 25. Docked down to that 19th position, but still grabbing points. And then Bajo, Alejo, Trendy Prop, Lilyfield, and Boy Dern also getting points in that bottom 9 positions there. So yeah. But let's grab our heats, get them out there and open. Cal Trading Coast, our Heat 1 starter with a nasty qualifying time. And held quite a long time with it. So he was definitely ready to go this week and didn't have Jesus running his qualifying times for him. I assure you. I assure you. Fabe High Guy also in heat number 1, Akapropi, Quaid 18, KO Ninja, and Betts 25 all running heat number 1 there. Then we go into heat number 2. Now this one's really interesting because City Pigeon and Crowley and Cruzerito from the tug team are all in heat number 2. And then we've got 3 of the AVG members, 2 from the AVG Agitators and 1 from Flow Riders, Tiny C, A696, and Chiun running in heat number 2 there with the tug group. So this is going to be an interesting heat to watch because obviously only the top 2 go into the weekly finals.
Yeah.
So somebody's not going from that tug team for sure. But we'll have to see how this plays out because obviously Tiny C was our 5th place finisher in qualifying. Definitely no slouch when it comes to this track for some reason. I have no idea why, but she obviously put in a ton of time getting around this track, and we'll see. I'm curious to see how many of the S1 qualifiers are going to try to run an S1 in the final. It's going to be interesting to find out. I am Ram, our Heat 3 starter, coming from literally nowhere to jump into the 3rd place position. Going to race alongside of Batisto, Funky Beats, Foreskin, Glizzy World, and Wander 1976, and of course the only 2 Neo MV Motorsports or VMAX Motorsports guys to make the semifinals are running in the same heat. So definitely an interesting mix-up of heats here. If you ask me, I think they're all going to be really, really crazy.
So Pigeon says, Ram.
I do.
I think that's what he said here.
All right. How do I know Ram?
His name was I am Ram 2025. He's got to be fairly new, right? With that, I would think. They started in 2025.
Yeah.
I don't know that name from anywhere.
You're going to have to elaborate, Pigeon, because I have no idea who that is.
So we're going to be racing boats soon?
Man, I don't know, but what a cool announcement. And it's funny because we knew it was coming, right? We actually talked about it last week on Too Stupid Show. We talked about boats a little bit and how excited it would be to have a announcement on boats. We all thought it was going to come through Genesis Week. That was like the thing.
Yeah.
For Genesis Week would have been a boat announcement. So I'm pretty stoked. I don't know if we're going to be able to race them, but I was thinking, Upland Bassmasters, somebody's got to have a fishing derby, a tournament, fishing style tournament, something. Because, man, how cool would that be?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what direction they go with them. Is it going to be for travel? Is it going to be for fishing? Is it going to be racing? I gotta imagine, man, that the mechanics behind racing would be really tough.
Yeah, I think that would
boats.
that would be tough because you would have to have.
How the hell do you make a track?
Right. With buoys. Got to follow the buoy outline.
Or maybe is it going to be for battles or something, maybe something to do with Spark Wars or something with battleships. Who knows?
Yeah, I honestly, I'm just flat out stoked about the fishing. I think somebody should start working up ways to do fishing tournaments, deep water tournaments. You could do shoreline tournaments, lake tournaments, whatever. I think somebody needs to hook up some fishing tournaments. I think that would be cool.
Get some of those the drug running boats.
Get right
going. Then we could bring the police cars in, and
right.
We could have the Coast Guard out there. We can have all kinds of fun with this. It's gonna go. What is that game? GT4, GTA.
Yeah. Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Grand Theft Upland. Here we come. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, let's see. We'll move over. Just finish up real quick here. This week, French Road Racing 2 finals are 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday, 10:30 a.m. Pacific. And then next week, we move the finals to Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And that is on America Speedway. And we definitely want to check that out because qualifying is going to start again on Thursday 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific time on this crazy bad boy. This, believe it or not, though, this is a very fast track for as long as it is. It's 2.4 miles, but it has some really dicey sections, especially when you look at turns 14 and 15 down here in this corner. Both of those are hairpin turns. It's really going to wreak some havoc on some cars. And then turn 13 is a little sketchy because it's a slight right and then to a left. So that's a sketchy turn as well. And then, of course, you get into the right, left of turn 6 through 10 up here as well. And it can be interesting. But there is some nice boost positions on this track. So I look forward to some really good times. I think it's going to be fun. I think we're going to be right around that 340 mark again on this track. And it's funny because I called that last week that we were going to see those 340s, and I wanted to see if anybody was going to push the 340 mark. And nearly as soon as I said it, somebody did it. And then we even broke the 337 barrier, which I thought was very, very impressive. And for the top 18 to only be 4.7 seconds apart, that's the closest margin we've had so far for the top 18. So
it's
the
pretty slim.
Competition's getting much tighter. And I think we'll just continue to see it get tighter because we have some really fast tracks. This is the most difficult track this week that we're going to be on. But we have really fast tracks closing out this season and then finishing up on Lusail, which is just long and can produce some interesting moments. But for the most part, once you get the lead, you'll start to see in laps 2 and 3, the cars will start to spread out considerably on that track just based on setup. So I would encourage these drivers to start practicing now on that Lusail track, at least make a run or two every week until we get to the finals. If it's looking like you're going to make the finals at the end of the season, you definitely want to put some time in on that track to make sure that you can run it and run it well. All right. Well, what do you think? That's it for us for this evening. That's all I got. It's going to be an interesting week of racing. You can't hardly wait. So last night I got to go hang out with City Pigeon. So he and I went to
nice.
I met him in Chicopee, Mass, and we hit Milano's Pizzeria. And it was awesome. It was a great conversation. We had a lot of fun. Ate some really, really good food. So big thank you to CP for meeting me out there and being entertainment for the evening. It was fun.
Oh, that's awesome. I hope he gets down my way. I had I was almost able to get together with someone. It was actually Funky Beats was traveling for work, and we just missed. She was going to be up near where my daughter goes to school, and I was going to try to hook up. We didn't get to hook up though because of work, but I'm hoping CP makes it down this way. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, right. And
to see him.
Yeah, I'll tell you, just a great guy in person. We just had a lot of fun. We hit it off pretty good. We're very similar in some of our thinking and some of our stuff that we like and dislike and whatever. So, but it was a great time. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's always good to be able to connect with like Uplanders in person because it's like you try to talk to people about Upland and they look at you like you got five noses and 2 ears and 3 eyes, and it's crazy.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Yeah, Pfeiffer, I wish I could go to NOLA. We've got it's my wife's birthday too, so we already had a little trip planned for her.
Yeah, and I'm actually traveling that weekend as well to Ohio because it's my grandson's birthday and my granddaughter's. My granddaughter is in an invitation only dance recital.
Oh,
so,
nice.
So I'm going to go up and spend the weekend with them and have a good time with the grandkids. But it's should be fun. But
nice.
One of these times I'm going to make it to one of these meetups. I just know there are.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to plan a Northeast meetup, you know.
Yeah,
Cough,
I think
cough,
as they get
wink,
maybe like
cough,
on a
cough, wink, wink,
schedule.
flunky beats.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
as they get kind of set up and no more organized and planned out a little bit further, it'd be easier for people to plan ahead and make them for sure. So,
right. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for us for this evening. Thanks for coming, checking it out. Make sure you check out racing of like literally all the racing that's going on in Upland right now. There's kart races going on. There's over in the Ultimate Garage server. There's some kart races going on in the fast track community. There's stuff going on everywhere. But make sure you come check it out. Racing is going to be fun this week. Should be very entertaining. And until Friday, I'm Matt Chef, SC Kicker. We will see you on the track.
good luck, everyone.